Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bhargav. So today we are learning about one of the important organ in human body. So I have given a hint about that organ, the organ which our best friend doesn't have. I think you got that organ. Obviously our best friend doesn't have brain. So now we gonna learn about that brain architecture. So, contents covered under this presentation are introduction to human brain, composition of brain, left and right brain cells, lobes, interior brain, and last but not the least, memory. Introduction. The human brain is the command center for the human nervous system. So, um, regularly we will compare our human brain with computer or what we call CPU. So today I will compare a human being with a computer system. So if we consider our human body as a computer, our brain is compared to the CPU of the computer. It receives signals from the body's sensory organs and outputs information to the muscles. So as we know, input for a computer system is given by the input devices and outputs are obtained by the output devices. So same in the same way, input for the human body is given by sensory organs and output is obtained by the muscles. Human brain has many different parts, each one plays a different function. So again, if I consider a computer system, each and every unit will be having its own function. Each and every unit of computer system will perform its own functions. The brain is composed of cerebellum and brainstem. Cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain and it is composed of right and left hemisphere. Means this cerebrum is occupied by both left and right hemisphere of the brain. Cerebellum. Cerebellum is located under cerebrum. Brainstem. Brainstem acts as a relay center connecting the cerebrum and cerebellum to the spinal cord. It means this brainstem will connect the cerebellum and cerebrum to the spinal cord which lies here. So now let us learn about two different parts of our human brain. So the two parts are left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So basically the left side of the brain will control right part of the body and right side of the brain will control left side of a body. So now this left hemisphere will control speech comprehension and other factors of a human being, whereas the right hemisphere controls attention, memory, problem solving and reasoning of a human being. So there is another part which lies between these two parts of the brain, and the name of the part is corpus callosum. So this part will transmit messages from left hemisphere to right hemisphere and vice versa. So now let us learn about neurons. So again, if I compare my body or any human being with a computer system, I can compare these neurons with bus. So I think you know about bus. What is a bus? So bus are the set of wires which is used to transmit data, address, etc. So here neurons will transmit electrical impulse from one part of the body or one point of the body to the another point of the body. So there are the most common type of brain cell. The average human brain contains 86 million neurons, and each one is connected to at least one other neuron, forming close to 100 trillion connections in the brain. At one end, each neuron has a cell body surrounded with dendrite branches. An axon connects the cell body to the axon terminal at the other end of the neuron. See, it is a pictorial representation of the neuron. Neurons transmit electrical signals called impulse. They flow through axon from the dendrites and the cell body towards the axon terminal. See, here we can see some branch-like structure above the cell body. So from that particular path, this electrical impulse will start to traverse, and it stops the traversal at axon terminal. Impulse jump from the axon end of one neuron to dendrite end of the next neuron. So, as we know, there are millions, trillions of neurons in our body. So there is a connection. So this electrical impulse should jump from one neuron to another neuron. So this impulse will jump from axon terminal of one neuron to the dendrite terminal of another neuron, so that electrical signal can transmit from one part of the body to another part of the body. To do this, the signal has to cross a tiny gap called synapse. Traveling from the neuron to neuron, impulse move between brain regions at different speeds. So, synapse means a tiny gap present between two neurons. So, when impulse or when signal enters from dendrite, it converts from chemical signal or chemical information to electrical information. So electrical information will travel whole neuron, and it will be exited from axon terminal, and it will be converted again into a chemical signal or chemical information at this gap called synapse, and again it will be converted into electrical signal at the dendrite of another neuron. The cerebrum has four main sections called lobes. Those four main sections are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. The frontal lobe is located at the front of the brain. The frontal lobe is also included with the motor strip. The parietal lobe sits near the back of the brain. It is located behind the frontal lobe and in the front of occipital lobe. The parietal lobe is responsible for sensing proprioception. So, proprioception is the ability of sensing position, direction, and movement of a human being. The occipital lobe is found at the back of the brain. It contains the visual cortex, which allows you to interpret color, light, movement. The two sides of the visual cortex process images contralaterally. The temporal lobe runs the full width of your brain behind your temples. It is responsible for learning, memory, understanding new languages, and organization. Interior brain. The brain contains both gray matter and white matter. Gray matter is located in the cerebral cortex, whereas the white matter is found closer to the center part of the brain. The corpus callosum is a bridge of nerve fiber that connects the brain's two hemispheres. Memory. Four parts of the brain are closely associated with memory. They are the amygdala, hippocampus, the cerebellum, and The prefrontal cortex. The amygdala mainly regulates fear and aggression. It helps to store memories related to these emotions. The amygdala recognizes these memories based on the higher levels of stress hormones produced when you feel afraid or angry. It also helps to transform new information into long-term memory. The hippocampus is involved in recognition and spatial memory. This part of brain also helps to give memory meaning and to connect them with another memories. Like the amygdala, the hippocampus helps to transfer new information into the long-term memory. The cerebellum and the prefrontal cortex help to consolidate procedural memory, motor learning, and conditioned responses. Different parts of the prefrontal cortex are associated with strong and retrieving information. So, thank you guys for spending some time to listen my lectures. Subscribing my channel, liking my videos, hitting the bell icon doesn't reduce your health, wealth and prosperity. It is free of cost. So just like my videos, share my videos and subscribe to my channel if you like my contents. And don't forget to share this video to those brainless best friends. So not only for those people, you can share this video to anyone if you like this content. So thank you guys, thank you, let us meet in the next video, bye.